So
Hey, here's something we can do. When Alex is down here, let's play him.
Let's totally be quiet.
No, let's
Fillet
play
him.
him.
Let's fillet him.
Let's play him.
Fillet.
We're gonna skin him
We're gonna
alive.
take off his skin.
Do you guys
Fillet
want
or
to,
fillet?
Yeah, let's do the knives.
Play.
do you guys want to do that, or do you guys want to do where if he sits down,
We all clap?
we all go nice.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Just dead quiet when he comes down. All right, you guys no laughing, because he was the one laughing.
Oh wait, if he walks down, should we all just kind of like sitcom laugh to each
No,
other?
we'll sit down and then everyone go Peter Chiarelli.
That's not funny, but let's do it. We don't have any practice though. We gotta like do it right the first time.
Oh, let's just stick with nice.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
stick
it's
with
gotta be nice. Yeah.
We're bad at nice too. As soon as his butt
No,
touches
we won't
the
laugh
pillow.
this time because it'll be done before.
Everybody just pull up your phones and play it cool.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Doesn't matter.
Jamie and I eat it.
Naeem.
Like Arabic.
Mm-hmm. My name's Naeem.
My name's Aiden.
Oh, look at that. That's rude.
What is it?
Nice.
Yay!
Also, how dare you? You write my name in an O in worst.
What?
You wrote my name
Oh,
inside the O of worst.
Because it's the worst.
Bastard.
No, we found out that Alex was the worst, just off camera.
No,
yeah, off
no,
camera,
no,
Alex
no.
was
That
much
game
worse.
is the worst.
That game's
No,
so
because he actually
sick.
has.
No.
Only 'cause you
got
suck at
all
it.
wrong.
That's funny. Whenever Alex is bad at a game, he just like says it's a terrible game.
But it also never
And then he
happens.
plays it for 18 hours, and the next time we come play
Yeah.
it, Aaron's like, okay, you guys want to play this game?
That was
And we're
coming
like,
faster
yeah.
than
We're like, yeah, we will play it. You're the one who hated it, and he's like, nah, I'm so good at it now. You all suck.
Beats us off. In the
He
game.
beats our dicks off.
Beats us off.
Boom.
Abopcast 52 or 53. Sorry.
Yeah,
too many.
it's confusing because we're like a week
We're
ahead
behind
already.
on the thing.
Did
So.
you actually catch? Oh no, Luke caught it.
Yeah.
What? No, it's
Magic.
gone.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Luke's
just kidding.
Oh.
Oh. Through backhand.
Whoa, no fun on that.
That would've been bad.
We were talking about Lethal League, by the way.
Oh yeah.
For
Yeah.
the audience, because they
It's a
don't
game we're
know.
playing. It's fun.
That's gonna get uploaded before this, right?
Probably, yeah.
This got like.
We sold it up to 52.
Well, yeah, because it would be. I need to wait a week before.
Yeah, we
the
got a lot
video
of
goes up.
content.
We're just a little bit ahead.
We
We
got
have
a lot of content
of
right now,
videos
yeah.
lined up.
That's awesome.
Stuff recorded.
Our
so
brand.
it's very convenient.
Yeah, people look out. Be excited for summer.
Supper.
You should be excited for supper.
It's not food, you gotta be excited for
Sustenance.
I haven't had a supper in a while.
Because
I've
yeah,
only had,
that's,
like,
Have you had a
that's-
dinner? Have you
we're
had
gonna
a
be
dinner?
doing a lot more fun.
What's the
stuff.
difference between supper and dinner?
There's no difference.
Supper.
Except
Why do they call
dinner is lunch in
Why do
some
they call
cultures.
a
Yeah.
supper place a diner?
Because you dine there.
Don't call it a
What?
super. I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say super.
No,
that's
they
like-
call it
they call it
because
diner.
it's the
Diner.
act
Supper
of
place.
dining, and you're dining at the
Act
place.
of-
So it's a
But what about
diner.
the act
You're
of
not
supper?
supping.
But then why is it not
Well,
called
you are,
diner
actually,
to
but-
dine?
What?
The act of dine.
Because a diner is where you dine. Dinner is when you dine.
That's
That's when you
dumb.
din.
Or lunch, because that's.
I'm gonna
knowledge
name a place super.
Let's find. Can we find a
For
good
supper.
like breakfast buffet? Because I don't know if those exist.
Call it like supper.
Albert's.
I
Albert's
wouldn't
has a
like
good
next.
order.
There's too many things would be eggs, and I don't like.
You can go to a hotel. They always have breakfast.
Eggs
They
are
make
fantastic.
my
I had 3
tummy
eggs
hurt.
I don't like plain eggs because they're like really boring.
I make
But, like,
really
in a
good
sandwich-
plain fried eggs.
In a sandwich. Is
Every time I think of
eggs.
eggs, I think of the worst eggs I've ever had, and I don't want them anymore.
What were the worst eggs you ever had?
Anytime my sister makes eggs.
Wow.
Dude, that was
Damn.
emotional. That was like an emotional. Like, anytime my sister makes eggs.
She doesn't understand, so she'll like cook them on like she'll cook them on like too low of a heat, so they'll always be gray and gross, or she'll cook them on too high of a heat and she'll burn them. And then she's like, "My eggs are so good. Look, they're firm. They don't fall apart." Yeah, it's because they're burnt to shit, you stupid bitch. What's wrong with you? So I get really angry when my sister makes eggs.
Every single person in this family has been called a stupid bitch on the podcast now.
All 2 of them.
I'm sure he called his dad a
He's
stupid
definitely.
bitch.
My dad is a stupid bitch. I was telling that story earlier about him playing Grid 2.
The game.
Oh yeah, and how
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
he played Grid 2 and he had a glitched copy of the game. So essentially you would play the tutorial level. It would ask you to put in your information and like select your gamer tag, but then the gamer tags wouldn't show up in the list, so you have to create one. And then it would be like, okay, so you sign into a new gamer tag, you have to start over and do the tutorial again. So, but then every time you finish the tutorial, you would have to put in your information, and then none of your gamer tags would show up. So you had to keep creating a new profile. So like my dad, for 2-3 hours, just sat there and kept playing the tutorial level over and over and over, hoping it would work sometime. Then he's like, "Matt, can you help me?" So I go upstairs, I look at what's happening, I play the tutorial level once, and I go, "Dad, your gamer tags aren't showing up. How long have you been doing this?" He's like, "I don't know, like 2.5 hours." And then I looked at his like gamer tags, and he has like 25 new gamer tags.
They're like, yo, what's up?
But yeah, because at first it was like Raymond, Raymix, just come out with like his different nicknames, and then it became like Player One. Oh my God, what the fuck? And it was like P, Z, Q, 1, 2, 3. Like he just gave up.
That's like gamer purgatory.
Yeah. Just consistently playing the tutorial level.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my dad's a stupid bitch too.
There we
If
go.
he doesn't like spending hours in tutorial levels, he should never play Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
I tried to teach my dad how to play a shooter, like a first-person shooter where you like have 2 analog sticks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people
Doesn't
like
work.
that our dad's age can't
Yeah,
do it.
he can't do moving around and looking
At the same time.
Oh, my
Yeah.
dad. My dad
That's a
likes to
common
play COD
thing.
together.
Oh,
and
my
he got
dad-
good.
yeah,
no.
Not all dads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like it's a matter of learning. Like my dad used to play Quake, but he has
Yeah.
no idea how to play fucking Bioshock. I bought him Bioshock
Yeah.
because I really love it and wanted him
Yeah.
to play it.
Quake would have been PC though.
He
It's
couldn't
a
get
lot
through like the
easier than
first
most.
level.
Yeah.
He actually couldn't get past the swimming part at the beginning of the game because he kept walking into fire, not knowing where the hell he was going.
Oh,
Nice.
That's not as bad. I had my little cousins over a while ago. They were like 8 and 10, I think, and they weren't allowed to have video games or something. So we just let them play like, okay, what's the most child-friendly thing we own? And it was like one of the new Super Mario Brothers, and they literally could not get past the first Goomba that just like walks at you very, very slowly, and you have to jump over it.
That's actually like
That's
really
fucked up.
cruel.
They could- I know, they
when
could-
parents like are like, no, video games are bad. We can't like I have cousins like that too, and the only games they've ever had are like those weird like Barbie ones or like Diego ones where you just get the
Like
weird
the
controller
pad
thing.
games.
Yeah, and then just plugs into the TV and has one shitty piece of shit game on it. It's like
Yeah, I
that's
know.
cruel.
I grew up with some people that didn't have like TVs in their house. Or
Like
like, weren't-
Amish?
No. They just weren't allowed to watch TV. And they're
Grew
like,
up on the crime side.
yeah.
I grew up with with someone like it wasn't like growing up. They babysat us when like we moved away from Pennsylvania or whatever. They had 7 kids, and they consistently also had their cousins over. So it was constantly just like a mom. The dad was at work, and like fucking 12 kids. It was really stupid.
damn.
And all they had was like a Super Nintendo, and they would play for an hour, and then they'd be done for the day. That was it.
Damn.
Yeah, my mom was always.
So
a
then
strict
all I
bitch.
ate for probably a
Yeah,
week straight
I
because I
was
stayed
so
with them for a long time was like
alienated
Yeah,
from
my
every
mom-
elementary.
because
I
that's
was
the
like,
cheapest thing you can
I
feed
couldn't
12
get
kids
friends
on.
Like
because I didn't know
noodles, like,
anything
yeah.
about anything.
Packaged noodles.
Yeah, I know.
Gross.
No, I didn't. Like my first thing was like an Xbox, and then like when I got that, like literally every time my mom saw me playing on the Xbox, she's like, "You've been playing that too much." I made an effort
Parents do that so
to like
much.
not play
My
for 2 weeks and then play, and she's like, "You've been playing that too much."
Debbie
for the last
broke-
weeks." I'm like, "Fuck you, mom!
That's gross.
I've been playing it all for
You
the last 2
stupid
weeks.
bitch.
You
It's
stupid
It
bitch!"
is. It's like the same thing. Like, can you imagine reading comic books and they would come in and be like, "Stop reading comic books. You should go get a college
You're
education."
gonna become
You're
violent.
That's what
if
they
you
did
read
in
comic
like
books.
the 40s.
Exactly.
So
My
There's always something.
That's the thing. Like, I
understand,
wouldn't
okay?
play Xbox for a very long time, and then a game would come out. Like, for example, Skyrim and Modern Warfare 3 came out in like my grade 12 year, and I loved those games, except for Modern Warfare 3. I didn't realize how much I hated it until after like a week of playing it. But then after like a few days of playing it, because I took off work and everything like that, my mom came downstairs and like, you need to go socialize with your friends. You need to go make friends, or else you're gonna go like essentially.
You're gonna go balls.
She was insinuating that I was like gonna go shoot up a school, like if I didn't have any friends. It was
Yeah,
insane.
that's true.
It's true.
I've had 3 copies of Call of Duty 4 broken by my sister Debbie, like snapped in front of my eyes.
Why?
Yeah, because my mom is also
She's a stupid bitch.
Yeah, stupid bitch.
We all.
Alright? No, because I would play it a lot, and then my mom would always keep buying it for me. So when Debbie broke it, be like, "That's right, Nick. Debbie broke your game. You're wrong. You're a bad kid." And then she'd be like, "Nick, I bought you another one." And then she'd like give me another one.
Why can't
And
you
then I
just
get
go
found
Did
out.
Debbie like sit you down and be like, "I broke your game for this reason. It's gonna melt your brain and make you shoot children."
And your mom was like,
Fuck
yeah,
is
that's
Debbie?
right.
That's right. That's right.
Is Debbie
She's
your
like,
sister?
"Yeah, Debbie's my sister. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went through 3 copies of Modern Warfare 2.
But that
because
was
I
in your
broke
own
all
will.
3
That
of
was-
them.
Yeah, that was your. Yeah,
I played them for too long. I have over 20 days of game time on that game.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a good game to have. Man.
It's funny, like when Alex first got Halo Reach, you got like a random scratch copy of the disc.
Yeah.
And then
Oh.
he'd go into lobbies and the maps would never load, so he'd sabotage every single game he tried to
Oh,
join.
that
And
sounds
all the
familiar
people,
now.
all the people in the game would never load the game, and it was such a weird. It's like this is a weird trick that'll make other players hate him.
I remember when you got hacked on Modern Warfare 4. Modern Warfare
Yeah,
1,
Call of Duty
like,
4.
Call of Duty 4, where you were
Yeah.
Oh,
you got
yeah,
negative
negative
levels
levels,
so you can't
to the
another
point where you
playlist.
couldn't
Yeah.
play the game ever.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
It's because of like you put claymores everywhere and then they blew up.
Yeah, well, what they did, people have these fucking hacked lobbies all the
Yeah.
time in COD
Yeah.
4, where it's like, oh, if you get a kill, you get like 10 million XP, so you instantly rank up. But this person set it to like infinite down XP, and I was like, just put a whole bunch of claymores everywhere, and then blew them up at once and killed a few people. And I went infinite down so much XP that it put me like rank 0, and I wasn't even allowed to enter games because I was too low of a rank.
It's like the minimum is rank 1.
And you
the
couldn't
easiest
level up
player.
'cause
Yeah, I
you
can't
play.
level up again because I can't play.
That's pretty...
Have you gone back and seen whether that's still like
I'm
that?
See if
sure
they
it
like
is.
hotfixed it
I
or
don't know.
patched it. I think the
Well, they
servers
probably
are
just
gone.
banned every account that had a
Yeah.
hack.
Yeah.
So
You hacked your account to not be able to play. You're banned from the game.
That was a fun game though. I mean, like the thing that they didn't have was like the safeties on was search and destroy. So you could literally go in with like an RPG and kill your entire team.
Yeah.
As soon as
Oh,
hardcore search and destroy. You could literally
I
just
used
like.
to be an idiot. I used to be like,
Used to be.
yes, everything's changed. And I'd take an RPG and put it on the ground, and I'd be like, Allah Akbar. I'd be like, if you don't go prone, everyone doesn't go prone off the start, I'm gonna shoot the RPG, and like hardcore and destroy. And, like sometimes it works, sometimes everyone just drops. And they're like, you're free to go, and then they'd go off. But then sometimes,
So you were like an annoying 12-year-old.
yeah, exactly. So some guy would be like running, and then I'd be like, it's horrible. They're just like, you're gonna suicide bomb, Nick. And you go, snap.
I remembered a thing that happened in elementary that kind of ties in with bullshit adults, essentially,
Bullshit
because
all the time.
I remember in grade 5, there was a guy in my class named, or maybe it wasn't grade 5, maybe like grade 3 or something, but a guy in my class named Jackson wanted to go pee, and we had a substitute teacher who was this
Jackson, I know.
old
One
cranky bat,
No,
and
went to pee.
he put up his hand, he's like, hey, can I go to the washroom? And she kept him there for like an hour giving this lecture about why he should have said, may I go to the washroom instead of can, and he cried.
That wasn't, it wasn't Miss Jackson.
No.
Okay, well, listen,
just
that
some
guy has a
horrible-
history of peeing
Did
places,
he like
man.
cry his pants?
Is Jackson like blonde Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay, in kindergarten, after recess, our kindergarten teacher sat us all down and was like, brought in the triplets and brought in Jackson, had him stand in front of us to the top of the class, and was like, these boys peed in the forest. I was like, you cannot pee in the forest. So maybe she's like heard that Jackson pees in the forest. And I was like,
I in elementary school, I like one time we were playing in the snow, and this one kid came up to me because instead of just having a regular snowball fight, he had to bring in sticks, and he would like hit people with them, and they were like the bendy sticks, so they were like they whipped.
yeah.
And he came up,
Bastard.
he came up and hit.
You were doing so much, I'm just gonna beat people.
I wasn't even like in the fight, and he came up to me with the sticks and started hitting. He hit them on my back, and that hurt like shit. But then he actually like whipped my ear and like split it open because it was so cold.
Nice.
So then he runs away because I'm bleeding a lot because it's the ear, and I'm angry. And I picked up a bunch of snow and I threw it at him.
Hey, you know when you get angry.
You get angry.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's when steam comes out your ears, but when it's cut, it's blood that comes out your ears.
So then I threw a
Yeah,
snowball at
let's
him
get him.
because I was like, okay, he's running away. I'm gonna throw a snowball because I'm angry. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then I went into the side to get my ear taken care of, and the teacher suspended both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because I threw a snowball at him.
Yep.
How dare
Yeah, schools usually just have the
That's what they'll do. Yeah.
everybody is suspended. Fuck you all. How dare you be in a thing?
Because it's the easiest solution.
That's the dumbest solution.
Yeah.
Split my ear.
Okay, so my elementary school, we weren't allowed to have snowball fights or like any sort of fake
Same,
weaponry
yeah,
or
Yeah,
anything.
no one is.
But did you guys? You remember when the plows would come by and like
Yeah,
do the
big
tarmac
giant
and
hills.
big giant hills? Did you guys ever play King of the Hill?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
we
was
would do
great.
that all day and then like beat the shit out of each
Yeah,
other
actually
with
like
that
pushing
game.
each other around.
No, except I was
You were the biggest
Like,
kid.
By,
You were
by
the
grade 5, I was
size
like
in, grade
130
6,
pounds.
so-
So I was like on the top and like, ah! And yeah, and the teachers were like, just have fun. It was great.
Well, yeah, like with
That
us, we
was
had that
fun,
keep away in junior high. That was
Yeah.
really stupid. When
Yeah,
we,
that was.
like,
I'm surprised.
Kill
we
the
got
carrier?
yeah, kill the carrier.
Yeah, we loved
Yeah.
that game. Yeah.
So fun.
Ball
You pick up the
ball.
We just
football
didn't
and
say
you-
Yeah,
anything.
you
to
like
each
keep
other.
away with the dumb kid's retainer, right? You never get it back. It'll be
It was
fun.
just great when like there was one kid who threw Alex into another kid or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone threw you into another kid,
Oh.
and that's when it stopped because there's
I
like
don't
there's
remember.
collateral damage going on. You can't have it
Must
anymore.
have thrown me pretty hard. Cause I
Well,
don't remember.
Yeah.
We would play like full contact soccer and football and stuff until
Full contact soccer sounds terrible.
it was basically we just kicked each other in the shins. And then one kid would pick it up and be like, oh, rugby, and run away with it. And then we'd all beat the fuck out of him.
Did you manage to spit on my arm?
Probably.
Might have been me.
I had
don't
very-
know. I'm going,
Did I tell you guys about our shin kicking game in elementary
Oh,
called Hey Buddy?
I want to cover my
Hey
shins.
Buddy.
So we used to play what we called Hey Buddy, which was invented by my friend and I because we saw a guy walk up to his friend one day and just go, Hey Buddy, and put his arm like that.
around the guy. So we started doing that. We would just go, "Hey, buddy," you'd grab it, and then you'd kick him in the shins and make him fall over, just like with your heel. But then it became a thing, so we would link up about 10 of us, as many kids as we could get at recess, and everyone was arm in arm, and you'd kick each other in the shins as hard as possible. And then sooner or later you would fall because your shins are getting destroyed. And if you fall, you're out. And then so if the one in the middle's out, you zoom one in until you get down to like 2 people. And that's just brutal.
Speaking of shit's getting destroyed, like we played soccer in junior high, and I remember there were some days where like there'd be like maybe a foot and a half of snow packed up, but then there was some moisture, so there was like a layer of ice on top, and we'd have to play soccer, and I was in shorts and stuff too.
Yeah.
So you'd after a game playing like
bloody
bloody shins, like just from breaking of the ice.
That happened to us.
Yeah, we did that
ice
stupidly
rugby.
playing
Yeah,
rugby.
we did rugby practice, yeah.
And he was like,
and then Rav was like, "Oh, fuck, I'm gonna get a shit ton of trouble."
yeah, our coach was like, "Yo, we don't have to go outside." We're like, "No, it'll be fun." And then we did.
We have a fucking Cody, like, he lost like all the skin on the front of his
really,
shins.
really gross.
It was brutal.
We did the same thing as that in one of our fitness classes or our sports performance class, but we all had long pants on because we were smart enough to say, "Yeah, this is gonna happen." And even our teacher played, who was like a 50-year-old woman, and she like was getting the ball and she was giving it. She was trying to run over people. It was great.
Was that Baker or Kirk Nelson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like Miss Baker. She was cool.
I got in a game for like 3 years of high school of a nut tapper with Tyler and Ferris. I don't know how the fuck
I like
I
those
got
names.
Oh fuck!
Shit.
Okay, no, this isn't a bad story though. This is just fine.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right. Shit. So that was not a fun time. And the reason I think I got into it because I got it done to me one day, and I was like, I'm gonna get him fucking back. And then when that happens, that's when it starts, right?
It's like you guys with the mallet.
Yeah, we would always play that in high school too, and you could do it however you wanted. You could do it with a knee, you could do it with your fist, whatever
it was just this, and you had to say nut tapper before you did it. So it is nut tapper, and then it was you have to do it. That's horrible.
I tried to end ours once I got attacked with a bass drum mallet, which is and it was full power. It was like a softball pitch. It was like over and then whipped. And
that was John that got you that way, right?
No, I was Chase.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. It hurt. It was
I remember you guys like living in fear when someone had the mallet.
Scary,
that was crazy.
Damn.
Ow.
Yeah.
Good
time.
I got him back. He's dead. Jesus is dead. Jesus castrated.
I remember in junior high we got hooked on like
crouching behind.
Okay, we got the story run out of the way. Now.
Yeah,
finish your story.
We got hooked on crouching behind people and then like
tabling, yeah.
Tabling was
Is that what it's
fun.
called?
that is kind of neat,
Yeah.
actually. 'Cause it's like
Yeah, but it's also a fucking dick move.
That's someone's being hit with a mallet.
Of all the things you could do, that one's probably the least severe.
Yeah.
Because
Unless
it's
you
like
like a
falling
trampoline.
from
But it's
something.
almost like unequivocally bullying. Like it's never in a fun way. It's always bullying.
No, I think it's fun way to get hit in the nuts with a mallet.
Yeah, but it's like everyone's
like
in
a
on it.
comedic thing.
I think everyone's in on that.
Well, yeah,
most
you
of
don't
the
do
time.
it to sound like some stranger.
I've
Just
only
one
ever
kid-
seen it done to strangers and like
Ah,
nerdy
it's
kids.
Oh, it's social experiment.
Yeah.
Well, no, 'cause that's actually bullying.
I know,
But
that's
like,
what I'm
the
saying,
next
that's
time
all
we
I've
show
ever
up
seen
here
of it.
And then do it to Luke. That's not gonna be
That's still
bullying.
fucking. Well, it's still
Yeah, I can't be bullied. I'm not vulnerable. I don't have feelings.
We used to do that on like a trampoline because my friend had a trampoline we'd jump on all day long until we realized that if you get pushed and you fall on your back on a trampoline, you bounce and you can fall off and die. So, I don't remember if anyone actually.
We played on my trampoline like so much in my childhood, and my mom like made all my friends sign waivers.
awesome.
Like very informal, like little waivers.
Yeah, but
like
still.
Like,
who's the cute
we
kid?
don't give any responsibility for injuries from the trampoline. And I was like, Mom, that's so lame. She's like, no, we gotta fucking do it. And I was like, I kind of threw a point in case some parents were like weird about it.
I mean, I suppose, but
I mean,
like that's
she
not
is
gonna
all-
stay. The kid
Yeah.
signed it. It's not my fault.
No, it's not kids, it's the parents.
Oh,
signed
legally
it.
binding.
Okay. That was wrong.
parents
then.
signed
Yeah.
Yeah, that never happened with me and Stuart because he had a trampoline too, and we put the sprinkler underneath it, the one that went
No,
back and
no,
forth.
we
would do that.
And it was so fucking dangerous.
Then we would soap it up.
Yeah, it was like slippery shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
I always heard whenever we did that, people were like, I think probably his parents were like, "Oh, it'll break if you put the water on it."
No, it's
I was
not.
like, yeah, I was like, I don't
Dude,
think
we've
so.
been beat the shit out of our trampoline, and it's like 14 years old now, and it's still fine in my backyard. We don't even bother taking it down in winters. We gave up on that like 9 years ago. It's up constantly.
I
like my
was
little brother.
like I was babysat by
He's up constantly.
Beat the crap out of him for 14 years, leave him out in the winter. Now he's
Gave up on him 9 years
Gave
ago.
up on him. No damage done.
yeah, I was babysat by like I guess a foster family where they adopted kids or something.
I think what you're trying to say is you were a
There was- I just know they had a bunch of a variety of kids there, and they had a
It could have
trampoline.
been like a daycare
And-
thing.
Day home.
Well,
Day home
I guess
thing.
I don't know, but for whatever reason, there was one kid who was really troubled who was always there, and
He's a
he
foster
took
kid.
a steak knife from
Oh,
the
no.
kitchen and cut up the trampoline, and it ruined it, so we couldn't really use it. At first, it was just one hole to avoid getting our legs stuck in it, but
You guys
after
went
that,
on
too
it
much.
after it was
Yeah,
stabbed.
we
Yeah,
did.
it's gonna rip. I would be too scared.
I went, like, speaking of trouble kids and trampolines, my sister's
That's a
friend.
good album name.
We went, yeah, speaking of
Or band
trouble
name.
kids and
Don't
trampolines.
look at the trampoline.
There was we were at my sister's friend's house and they have a trampoline in their backyard, and she had her little cousins over, and one of the kids is a trouble kid, and this kid, the way he troubles is that like I didn't know this at the time.
Trouble's a verb.
But he likes to publicly
Urinate?
Masturbate.
No, like he's fucking like an 8, man.
8-year-olds masturbate.
No, he used to like he would whip out his
Dick?
Cock?
Yeah, both. And he would like chase
one
people
first?
around. So we're jumping on the trampoline like thinking, oh, this is just an innocent little cousin kid, and then everything's having fun. And he's like, you know, those kids are like, they're like that.
They're literally demons.
Sorry, do that.
There's literally demons.
That's what they're like, and they're like, I just remember this kid's face, not his dick, but his face.
They're also here for your firstborn.
We're like jumping on the trampoline, and like we didn't know this. And my sister's friend.
No, you were jumping on.
Where did this come from? So we were jumping on the trampoline, having a good time, and the kid like just pulled down his pants and like started chasing him. But it was like the most chaotic 3 seconds. Because imagine just people going, "Ooh, we're kids on the trampoline having fun," and then all of a sudden like, and this kid like whips down his pants, and like we're trying to get off the trampoline, and it's not like you can be like, boop, and then go off the trampoline. It's like crawling over the edge and like rolling, and he's chasing everyone with his dick out. That was messed
You
up.
probably grew up to be a sexual offender.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
be real.
I'm just.
Shit, I gotta look into that kid. Yeah.
No, don't.
No.
He's looked into enough kids.
The best game to play on trampoline was President. That one was fucking great.
Yeah.
With the ball?
There's people
Yeah.
on the outside and they're trying to throw a ball, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
the president who can't get hit, and a bodyguard trying to
Yeah.
block.
Oh my
the
god,
ball.
I don't know
That was
why,
fun.
but at some point my mom, I don't know, maybe it was just growing in our yard, but we had this olive tree that has spikes all over it. And because playing dodgeball on the trampoline or variations upon dodgeball, such as President, that ball took like that tree is responsible for the deaths of like dozens of balls that we had over the years. But I got to cut it last year, and it was so cathartic.
I thought you were gonna say you like landed in it. Or
Yeah.
something.
No, not even death. Oh my! It's
Two
like
more
it was
balls
genuinely.
gone.
The spikes were genuinely like they could stab through your hand if you're like.
Wow.
But yeah, I cut it down. It was awesome.
Yeah, bop is like the temporary sound. It's like bop. Ah!
Did you
It's
ever,
like black.
Oh.
I had an interesting encounter the other day.
With that third time, sorry, alien.
It was mostly just really cute, but I
Nick's on point.
Cute encounters.
Nick's on point today.
I said third kind. What's the first?
It's
and
close
second
encounters
kind?
in the third
Close-
kind.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, you just knocked the painting off, dude.
oh boy,
Hold it.
kitty cat.
We good.
So my story is about a cat.
How do we do? Oh, the
I don't
tack's broken.
Well, just
It was a
put it
tack.
wherever. Who cares?
Just attack it.
Yeah. Yeah, you just
No.
hold it.
No.
Have more
There
tack.
you go. That's good.
That'd be true.
But anyways, so it was like, I don't know, 7 in the evening, and I hadn't stopped in a while because I was playing too much GTA. So I got up to go for a run around the block, and as I was going around the block, there's this little girl delivering flyers. She was like, I don't know, 9 or something, and she kept trying to go up to this one house, and there was a little, like, a 1-year-old kitten, like, it was clearly still really young, no tail, and it was extremely cute. and it kept running up to her because it wanted to be petted, and she was fucking terrified of cats, and it was like ah, and couldn't get to the house and kept running back to the sidewalk. So I had to help her by luring the cat over and petting it while she went to the house. And that was my good deed. I petted a cat.
Guard cats are horrifying.
It was the
though.
cutest cat. It wasn't really a guard cat.
It had
was
no
just,
tail though.
I don't know why it had no tail.
I've
Well,
seen
it
guard
could've been
cats while
Manx
delivering
or
flyers.
could've
Like they'll like
had
sit on
no
the porch
tail.
and then like hiss at you, and I'm like I'm not going to
It's
that
like,
house.
fuck you, you're a cat. I could kick you and kill you.
I think I mentioned my neighbor Enos before.
Oh,
so she
no.
was terrified of cats and like.
They hate us because they eat.
I was thinking more along the line of penis, but
But yeah, she was just scared of cats for some reason, and she was like 90.
She's
so
scaredy
there's
cats?
no reason. Yeah,
She's
she was.
scaredy cats?
Yeah.
It's because she was alive during the Depression when they had to eat cats.
Maybe.
And the cats fought back and
Yeah, the cats fought back.
Yeah,
She was like 12, like going into the barn with a knife to get the cats.
That's not even like too
I know.
preposterous because like within like 50 years, because cats weren't like they've only been domesticated or not domesticated,
What
but
about
like
the Egypt
like house
Digest.
cats.
that's domestic.
For, like,
yeah.
Well, I mean they've already
Couple
been domesticated,
centuries,
but
maybe.
no, like 50 years, I guess.
What?
Well, they were barn
because,
cats
because
before,
before
but-
then they were just around to eat mice. They weren't used as pets until like
But-
until
were
like
work
the
animals.
They were just
1900s.
around. and
They were work
they
animals.
petted
No,
them
you
every
you
now
had
and
cats, but they lived in the barn and they ate mice.
Yeah, you didn't get them like to be inside.
They were
and be a
tools,
pet.
not pets.
Yes,
They're still too old.
it's super recent for them to be like inside.
Idiots.
That's really cool.
What
What
do you
about
know?
dogs? How long
then.
have dogs
That's
been
what I
pets?
learned
Long
this
time.
week. Thank you.
Yeah,
Well-
like the Egyptians had dogs and stuff.
Do you think how long have dogs been house cats?
No, we did not say that, Nick.
They're over there.
But that's a good question. How long have they been house cats? When did that happen?
Never.
Well, there you go. Good answer.
You think any dogs have ever owned house cats?
Like in like a
Like
mama
in like a
battle?
World Star fight or like.
Sorry, have they ever pwned dogs?
Yo, mama's so.
Well, what they used to do like a long time ago is that there have been like bodies of like ancient like women and children who have been found in their like graves with like small animals with them. So I guess what happened was that they would raise small animals back then, and I guess it would either be for like teaching you how to raise like a baby or whatever, and then you would just eat them eventually. They didn't care after they grew up.
So it's teaching you how to raise a baby.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But then there's like
baby.
some kid who got found like he was born I don't even know like thousands and thousands of years ago. He got found in a grave, and there was also a dog with him there. But it was like did the dog like kill him and then also just happened to die there, or was he buried with the kid? Like we don't know. So it's like they could have had dogs like in like 30,000, 50,000 BC, whatever the hell it was. I can't remember, but it's like yeah,
The dog
right.
killed him.
Yeah, it could have been. We don't know.
Was the dog coming from inside the house?
Put a blanket.
We don't have a dog.
I really want to make that.
Like a skit like that. Yeah. that'd be good. You should order a con
Yeah,
statue.
did you
and just
order a
fuck
con
with
statue?
us.
No,
Look it
not
up
yet.
last
I don't
time.
want to keep that in the house.
We gotta
Yeah,
crowdsource-
show up
we
in a
gotta
room that I
crowdsource-
didn't
I'm
put it
very
in.
much okay with not hanging on a clown statue.
Definitely have
So-
a clown statue.
but it's got to go in that room, the B room.
I'll be afraid to go get like stuff from the freezer every time because there'll be a clam statue.
It could be a real clown anytime.
Yeah.
One of these days, one of us is going to have to dress up like a clown and go in there then.
Well, no, but it would be more scary because if you own one, then you own one, right? So it's like when you
Damn.
phone them, it's like,
Wow.
oh no, we don't own a clown
Okay.
statue. Get out. But if you own one already, then it's fine.
You guys are gonna call me like every 10 minutes when I go up to the bathroom. And be like, Alex, what are we gonna do with this clam statue?
Put a blanket.
God, call the police.
Now we're gonna do that.
And we're going to move it around the house, too.
Awesome.
Or should I just all buy a clown statue and leave one in each room?
Like a little clown statue.
Yeah. Moving around. And we'll just have one room of clown statues.
What is this?
It's Firefly.
Oh.
It's a keychain.
You betcha.
I haven't seen it.
I didn't like it.
I just finished watching Archer. Like everything.
Archer's really good.
It's very good.
I just finished Daredevil.
Daredevil
I'm gonna
was
watch
It was
really
amazing.
Still watch
Holy
Daredevil.
shit.
Daredevil's great.
I'm so stoked for
I really want to see Unfriended. Why haven't we
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Unfriended?
Because it's bad.
Because
Yo, the Rotten
Nobody-
Tomato
Oh,
went
we
down.
go.
Rotten Tomato went down, so
Fine.
I'm okay.
Exactly.
All of the above.
It was at like 86, and then it went down to
Really?
60. Yeah.
So like it's not actually horrible.
Wait, is
No,
Unfriended
it's
the
horrible.
one with
Yeah.
the blender? And
Sky-
Yeah.
yeah.
I bet you it's better than True Story. That movie sucked.
You saw it?
True Story?
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
the story.
Is it a gangster one or is it
It's the one with Jonah Hill, and they're serious, and there's a guy in jail,
James Franco?
and there's a a guy learning
Oh,
about
that
him and
sounds
stuff.
Yeah.
It looked very like arty and stuff in the trailers. I
Yeah,
thought
I've
it
heard
looked
it'd be
fine,
fantastic to watch,
but
because it's-
apparently
No,
it's
it was
Unfriended.
boring and unsubtle. Like it was not very arty.
Unfriended or true
No,
story?
no, true story.
Did it? Spoilers. Did it turn out he did it?
Probably.
It doesn't even tell.
So it was subtle.
No,
That ending's not as
no.
lame as,
You'll
like,
see
a-
the movie and you.
I will not see the movie.
Okay, if you saw the movie, it's edited like a fucking reality show where it's like as someone says something, then the noise goes boom and it zooms in on Jonah Hill's face going.
Okay, so Jupiter Ascending. Okay.
Did you
Oh,
see
boy.
it?
My sister did. And
Oh,
she-
you saw it.
Nope.
My
No,
sister
you were
said
gonna
I was
see
gonna see it.
it
then
was
we
like
sat
the
down.
worst. She hated it. I told her before she was like, it's really bad.
That's because it's
She
She
told
only
me-
watched it
Told me about a
for
quote. She
Channing
told me
Tatum.
about a quote in it, which is amazing. It's about bees. So
Okay, all right.
So
You
the
like
plot line. So this just helps add to it. Okay, so Mila Kunis's character, whatever, is like some new spoilers. Is some new like has the same DNA as this mother that ruled the universe. This good person, whatever they got
Sorry,
killed
what
off
did you
by
just
her.
say?
Yeah, sorry, don't listen. This is just. I'm just saying that.
She was the chosen one,
She's the
essentially.
chosen one.
Oh,
She's the
okay.
chosen
Like Nick
one.
at Lethal League.
Yeah. So she is with Channing Tatum, and for some reason they go to this weird house that's just covered in bees, and there's all these bees, and these bees are just swarming all over her. There's bees everywhere, and she's going, "Wow, why aren't they stinging me?" And then Channing Tatum's like, "Because you're their queen."
Actually.
Yeah, that's a real quote. I thought it was
And
amazing.
meanwhile, he's like,
Because you're their queen. Yeah, no.
call him off me.
I guess like in the movie, like one of her random powers is like bees like her, and then like obey her.
Bees.
powers.
It's
We
like
did talk
Bioshock.
about that's like a dope superpower.
Bees.
It'd be scary.
I'm sad they took that out of Bioshock. I wanted a bee power in Bioshock.
Mostly
Infinite
just because
really
it
badly.
didn't. It was like the same as like the electric one or the other ones. It just
Well, it actually
stunned
stayed
them
with
for
them
a while.
Yeah.
And the same with the electric. It just kind of stunned them for a bit. So
Yeah. That was
it
the
didn't-
best
It didn't
strat.
add variety. it
You'd
was just
stun
fun.
someone and you'd smash them in the face with your wrench. It was great.
Sounds like my Friday night.
Except the wrench is my dick.
No. It's
Yeah.
a wrench.
Yeah, it's just
It's more fun
It's a
when it's a wrench.
defect. Don't be.
Yeah, you got the little like
Prongs.
Is it like adjustable?
It's adjustable. Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets bigger or smaller depending on what I want.
Yeah, but only from like 2 inches to like very little.
But then you can add extensions.
You got a toolbox.
It's got like a shovel
It's
attached.
just a mess. Just a mess down there.
It's dirty.
You like take a shelf out and like 10 inches. It's like just a
Get some
hammer
of that,
lodged in
that
the
canned
back.
air duster or
Oil.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some WD-40 and duct tape.
That would be
Home Hardware's got like some like secret
It
session.
would be very cold, and also it's surprising how cold it is versus also how flammable it is.
Ow.
People get high off of that stuff.
air.
Dust off, yeah.
Oh really? How?
You inhale it.
It's not actually air,
Yeah,
What's in it?
But like, I thought
like
it was just
chemicals
air.
and stuff. It's not just air.
No.
It's just water.
It just has to be something cheaper than air, I guess, because air is
What's
pretty
cheaper
cheap.
than air?
I
It's
don't know.
free.
I don't know why they would bother putting chemicals in when they could just be like, let's just suck up some air.
It's the chemical to like compress it or whatever. I forget
Sorry,
what it is.
just that reminded me of something I heard on the radio. So the do you guys listen to Sonic at all?
Yep.
So Garner Andrews was talking to people that believe in conspiracy theories.
Yep.
And he's taking calls, and he asked this one guy, he's like, "What do you believe in?" The guy's like, "Chemtrails." And Garner Andrews was like, "Okay, I kind of know what that is, but explain it to me." He's like, you guys know what chemtrails are, like
Yeah.
the contrails of jets, like brainwashing people. And
Yeah.
then this guy just went on like 20-minute diatribe about how the government's trying to keep us down with like fluorine in the air.
Fluorine.
Yeah, and Garner was like, okay, so why wouldn't the government want us to be sick? And they was like, no, it's just the poor people. All the rich people are fine. And it was great.
Sounds fun.
No, it was terrible.
So many.
I didn't realize that's what
stupid
chemtrails
people
That's like a
That's
person
so
in
dumb.
Edmonton believes that.
Well, yeah, it's like whenever a plane flies overhead and a little white.
You know,
trail
nobody's
behind
still
it.
got that radio contest that we talked about before.
Wow.
It's still going.
Yeah,
one?
and it's
Sonic
like
Rockstar.
$2,700.
Okay, Sonic Rockstar is so fucking hard though.
Did you?
Yeah, it's literally
but-
just a
Did anyone guess your guesses yet?
Yes, they guessed my other guess, but not the first guess that we originally
Yeah.
talked about.
But I don't think it's that one.
Yeah,
like,
it didn't really
At
work.
this
I
point,
know.
it could just be any song.
So it is.
But I
Here's
think
what
I
I
want to
know.
investigate more and try in the morning because he like dropped it and he's like, dude, it's a song we play all the time and nobody's got it.
But
And it
I'm
has
sure
an
they've
F
gone
sharp
through their.
there.
That's
Yeah,
why.
that's
That's
an
why
F
Little
sharp.
Talks would have made sense.
Yeah, but somebody guessed it,
Yeah.
and it wasn't correct.
To explain what we're talking about.
No, we don't want to let them know. I
don't care.
Yeah, you're gonna
There's a
call
radio
it.
show where they play like a.
It's
of a
literally
song,
like 0.2 seconds
Yes,
of a clip
it's a very little.
of the song.
And you have to
minuscule
guess what
portion of a
song it is.
and you have to guess what it is. And every day nobody guesses it. They put
goes
more
up by
money.
more
Put like $100 or whatever.
Well,
on
it's
it.
like it's $10 a day, except some weeks they do $100 a week,
Yeah.
and that was last week,
Yeah.
so now it jumped up to like almost $2,700.
But they
That's
also,
how
on the
there's a shitload
website,
of
they
money for
list
it.
everything that people have guessed already.
yes.
And they play it every day, multiple
Part of
times a
it
day.
sounds-
It's fucking hard.
But out
There's
of
also
all the
like a-
radio,
So if you recognize this sound, let us know.
That was too long.
no, except it's really confusing because it goes like it has an opening the door sound and a closing the door sound. And it goes
Yeah,
like-
that's
so it's
what
like, so it's like clip clap, clip clap. It's really stupid.
It's like, can't you just give us the fucking noise?
Well, we edited it down, so
Yeah,
you just listen to the.
Which
Yeah,
did
we
not
put a
help.
lot of effort into that.
And
Well,
then we
Maddie put a
realized-
lot of effort into that.
Swag.
We hacked their website.
We did.
It was cool.
Yeah, I know. I brought up the prompt and everyone's like, "Oh my god, hack!"
It's because you had your Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
All the fedoras on.
Yeah, multiple.
God,
They have those at
No.
Chapters. I was thinking of buying one, but I couldn't. I wasn't sure
H&M.
like, what the best reason.
They have Guy
for it
Fawkes
is.
masks.
Guy
That's-
No, they have
I'm a Guy Fox.
I'm a fox and I'm a guy. Guy Fawkes. If you were a furry and you could be a fox guy, would you wear a Guy Fawkes mask just to make it like extra?
In a fox suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then you're a
If you
fox
had
guy,
to
Guy
be
Fawkes.
like, say it's like, okay, guys, let's just have a big furry orgy right now, or I'll shoot you. What animal do you want to be?
Shoot me, man.
Just pick an animal. What animal would you want to be in this?
I would say
Sexy
elephant,
animal orgy.
but they're getting hunted to extinction, so you might shoot me anyway.
Poaching is wrong. Should have kept a rhino then, can't
Yeah.
I? Oh, wait,
I was gonna pick Rhino.
I think
actually.
you should. Then we could say, let's
No one-
address the elephant in the room, and then just talk to you.
How you doing?
I wonder if furries ever make those kind of jokes.
Elephants have like the two nostrils, so you can take two dicks in it at once.
Sorry, what? And they have like a vagina.
How many sorry, hold on.
And an ass.
Nostrils.
How many nostrils do you have?
And why is the
Elephants are bigger.
No, elephants have big ass.
How are you gonna stand? Unless the dick's like
We're only-
5 feet
We're
long.
only going into nostrils here, guys. Remember that, okay? So elephant
How would the
have
dicks
two.
get to you in an elephant suit?
Okay, it's not
Connor
just
would
a
be a
suit.
bear, I can
You're
imagine
partially
that.
turned into the animal.
Wait, what?
It's like, yes, I
Or
know.
like real other kid in like real
It
life.
just
If you
works.
have to turn into another, I pick like pigs because they have crazy.
Another
long
animal,
orgasms.
fucking like a
Oh,
falcon.
yeah, that's true.
Like, pigs have human hair.
So
but
you're
how many
gonna-
nostrils? Like, they have the same hair as us. Like
I
the
think
closest
two.
hair.
That's
Really
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be a whale because I only have one.
orgasm.
One orgasm. No, they have one
That's
orgasm.
it. One orgasm.
die.
Super sperm
They're like a
whales,
bee.
They have a lot.
That'd be like a super bukkake. It's like you all come in the whale hole.
Oh,
and it flows
fuck
it back up.
How is
And
an
they're-
elephant gonna come in a whale hole?
Well,
There's like, give me the diagram of what environment this is gonna be happening.
It's
in
in
aquarium space. It's in space,
orgy.
right?
The
We're in
whale's
space.
in a tub. The elephant's standing beside the
Elephants
tub.
hide
can
again.
swim.
That's
Yeah.
true, actually. Yeah.
So it's like a glory hole, but for the dolphins.
And even when the whale dies, the
Or the
elephant
whale,
will never
sorry.
forget.
Never forget. Never forget. Yeah, the elephant should wear a Guy Fawkes mask. Should wear a Guy Fawkes mask.
Yo, did you know in the 70s they were
that
like,
joke.
Yeah.
yo, we really want to talk to dolphins.
Yeah,
So
so
the
they-
story was told in the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Oh, was it?
Oh yeah, then
Yeah.
some girl jerked off a dolphin.
Yeah, because she was like, yo, this male dolphin is hella horny, and I just
And
want to
he's
talk to
assaulting
him.
me.
Yeah.
So I'll just jerk him off, and then we'll go back to trying to teach him how to talk to me.
And he was a lot more cooperative after they
Yeah.
jerked him off.
Exactly.
Now they jerk off dolphins.
And then they
all
dropped
the time.
LSD together.
And then that's the other thing is the reason they lost funding was because the head researcher guy was like, yo, you know what would be a good idea? I've got to give these dolphins some LSD.
And
then
the
he
lady.
totally
The lady
did.
had LSD.
No, the lady didn't. Just the dolphins. He just got 2 dolphins fucking high as hell.
Oh, that's sick.
Does anyone think that's a bad idea?
I read an entire
It'd be
article.
awesome.
What are they gonna do?
Great.
Just
I
they
think
can't
they
put
just like
themselves
kind of
in water.
floated around.
They just-
And then they were
That's
like,
what they do
and then the
regularly.
government was like, yeah, we're not going to give you any more
And the
money for
dolphins
this,
like
I don't
start
think."
talking like perfectly.
And they're like, what's up,
It's
babe?
like, dude, what the fuck did you give me?
It's like, dude, open your consciousness.
Yeah.
All one
I can
thought.
feel
Yeah.
colors
Awaken your mind.
and language.
I read a pretty long article on like guys who like fuck dolphins. Like it's there was like there was this guy. Okay, there was this guy in my
I read every word.
Like,
No.
it's like a
scholarly article.
It's an
No,
abstract.
okay, there was
Yeah.
a
shit ton of
There was this
footnotes.
guy, I forget his name, he was in my guitar class in high school, and he was like, you should read this article. So I was like,
And he had to print it off.
So I
and he has like 90 of those articles.
Yeah, he
in
just
his
opens up like a
briefcase.
binder.
It's like
no, I think it was
it's
on,
like
it
a
was on his
Jehovah's
phone.
Witness just with
Oh,
this.
okay.
So then I was like, okay, and I was instantly enthralled because it's really funny.
Yeah.
apparently since dolphins are like they're like one of the only animals that also has sex for fun.
Yeah.
That like some guys will like swim with dolphins, and then when like the female dolphins get horny, they'll like fuck them.
Okay, wait. I don't know if that
I've
might
heard
kind of
similar
be a myth
things.
about them being one of the few animals that have sex for fun. Because
Not
like
about the fucking.
so many, like a lot of animals masturbate. I saw a gif of a dog standing on 2 feet.
I said they're
a little
one of the
puppy
only
standing on
animals.
2 feet, jerking
not
off
even-
like
you
this.
You
like
want
this.
Child dog.
Have you seen the video of the
DMX,
walrus?
bestiality porn.
What's New World? Wait, Triple H used to do this.
Oh yeah,
Have you seen the video of the walrus giving himself a blowjob? Yeah, it's just a walrus like curled over and his big old dick just going into his mouth.
Would he be tusking himself?
Well, no, the tusks come down like this, so his dick's going in between him.
Oh, he's just like really.
Yeah, the tusk is designed to not
they have
touch
a
your
fucking huge
not touch his
dick.
dick
It's
when
like-
you suck it. Checkmate atheist.
I've heard
Anyway,
like
don't-
dolphins
But
like
apparently,
will rape
like-
people.
Yeah, they will. Like
Like if you're
male
floating in the
dolphins
ocean,
will rape
dolphins
people.
will rescue or they might rape you.
But with like
horrible.
men can have sex with female dolphins, but females can't have sex with male dolphins because
They'll
first of all-
die?
First of all, their erection's too big. Second of all, their ejaculation has enough force to snap their pelvis in half.
Awesome.
Whoa.
That's a cool way to
I
die,
can
though.
see that. It's like,
Is that true?
like a
that
like
seems like one of the
rail
like
gun.
that doesn't seem
Yeah,
like
it
it could
seems
possibly
No,
be
I don't know.
sketchy,
That's
but-
it
It could be forced.
There's a lot of pressure in the
Hold on.
ocean.
Shut up, Nick.
Siri, Google dolphin cum shot force.
Yes, sir. On it, Captain.
The guy's laughing won't make it stop.
Yeah, cum shot, not cum
I'll
shot.
fix it.
was
At
cum
least it's-
shot. Like the cum, regular
COME.
cum. Yeah.
Pregnant dolphin shot and killed off Florida coast.
Oh,
Bye.
of course it's Florida. Of course it's Florida.
Florida man. I love Florida man.
Good stuff.
Florida man's up to
How's
some
the
good
button
shit.
doing?
So
How's the button doing?
I haven't checked it today. I haven't checked in 2 days.
What button?
The button on Reddit.
Do you know what the lowest it's gotten to?
4 seconds.
Did you got to 4 seconds?
Yeah, I had a server crash and I clicked it at 1 second and they didn't register.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah, there's a whole kerfuffle with that.
There's just a button that's like the timer's counting down, and
Constantly
whenever,
60
it gets,
seconds.
and whenever it gets pushed, it resets back to
But
60.
at different times you get like a different colored flare and then people have made all this stuff about the button.
Okay, so as far as dolphin cum shot force goes,
Yeah.
it's like they do cum shot really far, like 14 feet and stuff.
I can do that.
But that doesn't mean it's enough force
No,
to
I don't
burn
know.
anything
If it's
because
direct.
you can still like shoot a water gun like that
Yeah.
far and it's not going to break your
Well,
pelvis.
because it's like force.
It's just
is like
pressure
mass
in a small
accel-
hole.
or mass
Yeah, exactly.
velocity.
It's
or
both
whatever.
Pressure
So,
and
like,
volume.
Unless
Well,
you
I don't
like
know how
cum in a
much
bowl
cum.
and
It's
it's
not
not
gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be a really heavy sperm.
Yeah.
Then
It's very
Maybe
it's
it's
very
just
dense
because they like
ejaculate.
thrust really hard, I guess, because they're
That could
dolphins
be.
and they
Wow.
are like in the water.
And they just explode you.
It's like how
Yeah.
polar bears
Yeah.
break the bone in their penis when they have sex.
What?
Every
Yeah.
time.
They actually
What's
also
that?
have a bone in their penis.
Yeah, they have a
which is
bone in their
amazing.
penis and they break it because they're aggressive.
Ow, oh, I don't want to break my penis.
Dude, let's go on
You haven't said that in a long
It's only
time.
fucked again.
No, I read an article
We don't
about
fuck
that,
it so
about
long.
like about like
What's the
how the
long
most
article?
dangerous sex position because you can break your penis is like missionary. Not missionary. It's like the girl riding on top, cowgirl, or whatever the fuck it is.
Yes.
Yeah, because if she's stupid.
Yeah, I've
So
seen,
now
we've all seen the
I
video.
try to avoid it, and then whenever it happens, I'm
I don't
like, I'm
think
sitting
I
there
know.
going like, "Be careful,
You
slow
guys
down."
have-
I'm like,
You guys
"Slow
haven't seen the
down."
video of the dude breaking his dick in half?
I swear to God, I've seen it. I've seen
Yeah,
it.
okay, so
I've
it's
seen it,
just
but now
like
it's
the
gonna
girl
make
riding a
me
dude,
deeper.
and then she goes up too high,
It's on. It's
and
on.
he doesn't go back in, he just
Wait,
hits, and he goes, like it's
Yeah,
just right
Is it on the
Maybe
there.
I've
bus?
seen the
Is it on the
gif.
bus? Is
This
it
is
like
hard
on that
in my
bus?
Yeah, it's on the bang bus.
Bang
Yeah, it
bus,
happened
yeah.
on bang bus.
I get so scared now.
Yeah, and
So
she's
I'm
like, and he's
now
like,
now I insist on doing all the work because I can't break my dick doing
Yeah,
it.
it's
Oh.
gross.
Just hurting that hurts my pee-pee.
Yeah.
This is the dick break.
Although there's a YouTuber, I don't remember his name, but
He was on the Bang
Oh
Bus.
yeah, he was on the bang bus.
Yeah,
Vitality?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vitality.
And
Yeah,
you
I
couldn't-
guess he
you
does
couldn't
like
get hard.
prank videos
He does
or
the
something.
stupid prank
and some
ones,
of
yeah.
the really shitty ones.
Like I think he did the
Yeah.
one that was recently popular on Facebook where he was like he gave people money, pretended to be homeless. And
No,
he's like,
No, that's not the
Oh,
same guy.
that's not-
Different guy.
Oh, okay. Well, that one was
I know because I
obviously
shared that
fake.
video on my
Yeah.
Facebook.
The I could buy you thing. I'm
Yeah,
like,
like-
really?
Clearly fake, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So-
It was
It's a social
seemed very
experiment.
fake.
I'm
know.
sure a few of the reactions could have been real because they would have tried it real first, and then they're like, "Oh, this is boring. Let's fake it."
Like
Because people were like, "Thanks, awesome, bye."
I also saw you on fucking that one video of that guy.
Oh, the
Donkey
donkey video?
Oh,
Yeah, that was really fun.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah,
Alex. I
it's
saw that.
not-
That was
really
really
good,
good.
You were in Donkey's video?
yeah, it was
Quick Grand Theft Auto Online.
Cool.
Yeah, I was just playing.
That was you
online
skydiving
with
too? That was you?
Yeah.
How did you
skydiving.
plan that? Like,
Well, I saw he was below, and I was like, I'm gonna try and land on him. I didn't land on him. I just was like, right in front of him. But
he was like, don't laugh.
it was one of the funnier parts of the video, so you got lucky.
yeah,
Also, when
killed
he
myself.
was driving you over a bunch of times, you were throwing explosives on the ground. Were you trying to blow him up?
I was going to blow him up,
Yeah.
And then
but
some other guy crashed in and
he was crashing in.
Holy! Yeah, that was awesome.
So
It's
yeah.
a fun game. We
That was
played
your,
it
that
this
was
week.
that was the
Yeah.
most popular thing that any of us have been involved in, is you having a supporting role in a donkey
I
video.
suppose.
Yeah.
Does it
the
get
biggest
more
thing
We will
for
never
all of
reach
us.
than the
that.
first
We will
one?
never reach.
That's literally the biggest accomplishments of our collective lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
It doesn't get more than like 4 or
Bunch
5
of
million
broken
views
dicks
on
from
his
here,
videos.
guys.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
lot more than us.
Yeah. That's
No,
still
no,
like
no,
PewDiePie
he doesn't
levels,
though.
but
Does he? I don't know how many.
He doesn't
views
get millions
on
on
it.
each video.
no.
Not
Yeah, it's
usually.
usually it's
Over
millions,
time,
yeah,
it's maybe
depends.
a million on a
It
few
really just
videos.
depends on the video. It's like if it's just one about like a 50-second thing about a rubber duck that's just like fucking nothing, then it's only gonna be like 500K. But
You see the video of him dancing?
yeah, I like
He
that
actually,
one. It's
he
good.
actually looks like Seb.
Oh, really?
Looks
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah,
like
I'd
Seb.
say so.
Yeah. Pretty like Seb.
Seb kind of looks like the stereotypical YouTuber. So.
Same person.
Yeah.
So I have a friend. The Book of Mormon came
You
to
have a
Edmonton
friend?
recently.
They don't.
You're supposed to
Okay,
interrupt every
so-
story.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
Okay.
I understand. The Book of Mormon came to Edmonton recently, and she saw it and she was interested in getting the Book of Mormon. So she went to the Mormon.org, and you can order a Book of Mormon from the website. It says you can order them for free, and they ship them for free to your house. So she put in her address, and she's like, all right, cool, send, and you'll send me the book, right? And then after she submitted the order, she got the message saying, thank you, we'll be sending people to your house as soon as... So they bait and switch. When you want to order a book, they actually send people. So now 3 times Mormons have come to their house looking
That's
for her, but she's
horrible.
been gone each time. And I was there, we were having a party at the house on Friday, and everybody was gone, including her, in the morning. They came Saturday morning. And we also have this big Russian scary friend who goes to university. And he
Is that
answered
the
the
guy
door.
that sits near us?
Yeah!
Yeah, he's cool. He
Yeah.
was eating a raw potato the other day. Like, seriously.
very
they,
Russian.
They were all studying, and I was
So
sitting there
Russian.
studying in, like, everyone's usual spot, right? He was sitting there looking at his physics or whatever, just a raw fucking
He's
potato.
crazy. He's crazy, but
He's a
he's,
cool
he's
guy.
an extremely sweet person.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He actually just spent the whole night at somebody else's house cooking for everybody at this party.
It was all raw potatoes. Still.
Yeah, he was like giving it to her. He was like, yo, try this.
But these
try
poor
this.
Mormons who kept
Right.
coming, like they, her roommates would say like, oh, you can just give it the book and we'll just give it to her. And they're like, no, we'll give it to her directly because
God.
it's like it's
I
weird.
couldn't-
Yeah. It's,
Otherwise, like if they send it for free, we'll just order like 10 million and be like,
Yeah.
"Ah, Mormons are the business."
yeah, they're looking at it as an opportunity to speak to somebody because that's what they want to do, obviously.
Yeah.
But then after speaking with this big scary Russian dude who with this like incredible accent, like it's a cartoonish accent.
It is.
He's like, oh, I'll just take the book. I'm like, oh, okay. And so they gave the book to him to give to her. So now they're not coming back. So thanks, scary Russian friend, for scaring off the Mormons.
I was in like a McDonald's or something, just a little restaurant
Something?
recently. Yeah, and no, yeah, thanks. And I turned around, and there were these 3 Mormon guys, or at least I assumed they were based on how they were dressed, that were behind me.
Racist.
And so, yeah, and so I looked and I saw their name tags, and each of their name tags said Elder,
Elder,
and
yeah.
then their name.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I looked and I read Elder Jones or whoever it was, and then looked up at him. Yeah, not out loud. And then looked up at him, and he looked like he was about 18, and he had acne all over his face, and I laughed because his name is Elder, and I'm like, okay, you're not even elder than me, so how are you an elder? And it
They go when
cracked
they're
me up.
19 on their
Yeah?
thing. They become elders
Their
when they're
missions, yeah.
19.
Oh, okay, yeah, he must have been like a new elder. That's
Yeah.
not.
That's the way that
That's
works.
so goofy.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
It's just
A
it's
young-
I think it's a title that instills a feeling of confidence, which is something that
Yeah.
someone needs.
Well,
if
especially when
they're
you're
gonna
like,
follow
they're like,
people
here,
around.
go to Africa now.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Bye.
priests or father or whatever.
Where are they
right?
gonna go
Yeah,
when
that's
everywhere's
weird too.
Same
happy?
thing.
Yeah.
What?
Where are they gonna send them when everywhere's happy? Like when Africa's happy.
Then the rapture
Where are they
happens.
gonna
Africa
send?
will never be happy.
It's
Not
gotta-
until we catch Joseph Coates. You have to make him famous.
Was that, did we talk about how Coney, was that with you guys, that Coney 2012 was funded by Coney? And like, because where did all that
Oh
money
no,
go?
we were talking, and one of our friends was like, "Yo, where did the money for Cody go?" And then somebody was like, Coney was behind
Coney 2012.
Brilliant.
He like funded
That would be
it.
the
And then
smartest
he
thing
got
ever.
famous off
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah, he's like,
All
"You're
we
just
need is
making me
Rihanna,
famous."
Justin Timberlake, Beyonce.
That would be the
and
smartest
Cash
ploy
Money.
play ever.
Yeah.
Ploy or play.
And then he
I
comes
would
out
just-
at like the Oscars.
stuff.
He's like, "I'm not a war criminal. I'm just."
Pulls like a Joaquin Phoenix.
He's like, "Check out my new mixtape."
It's all for a documentary.
That's like a reverse Joaquin Phoenix pulling out a mixtape after.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen that Joaquin Phoenix movie?
No.
I
I
like
thought
it.
you did, yeah.
What movie was
I
this?
keep meaning to.
Until
but I
I'm
also
Still
forget.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Where he
all-
pretended to be crazy and
Yeah.
there's
He
a
grew
really
up a beard and did
there's
the
an
rap
extremely
album stuff.
awkward scene with I think P Diddy where he's trying to like get him to help him like produce a rap album,
Yeah.
but P Diddy's like not into it at all. And it's just this really awkward situation where they're sitting in like the studio and he just showed him some of his songs and he thought they were like really bad. And they're just sitting there and nobody was saying anything. Just sitting, and then like after a minute P Diddy's like, "All right, man, we'll see you." And then he gives him a hug and then he has to leave. And it was very
Is it like a
he gets pooed on in the movie.
Is it like a reality thing or is it like?
I got a video.
Yeah, he like actually did all this shit. Do
Okay.
you remember that period in like what?
It's a
2008,
documentary essentially.
where he just went fucking crazy for a while.
where he said
Yeah.
he was retiring from acting?
Yeah, he grew up with a big ass beard and like started rapping and just being a general weirdo.
I've never even heard of Joaquin
He went on a
Phoenix
couple-
before.
Yeah, he affects
Her.
my life
Her.
so
The movie
little.
Her,
Yeah.
that guy.
Gladiator. He's the like.
No, okay,
Remember the
he's
movie
been in
Her?
way better movies.
He's
Where
River
he
Phoenix's
dates
loser
a
brother.
robot.
Oh,
yes,
Her.
because he didn't kill
Yeah,
himself.
Her.
I haven't seen her, but it's that
That guy.
He was in
Oh.
what's it called? Walk Strong.
Walk
Hard.
the
No,
line.
no.
Walk the line. Yeah,
Walk the line.
Walk the
Yeah.
Line.
Walk Hard was.
The John C. Reilly
Yeah.
parody movie, which I thought was going to came up, but then I watched it again and it was really kind of bad.
Yeah.
His name's
It
Joaquin
says John C.
Phoenix?
Riley.
I assumed it was a black guy,
That doesn't look like a black guy name.
and you said rapper, so I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, he's in
Except
The
that it would
Master.
be
He's
Joaquin.
awesome in The Master.
No,
You
Joaquin.
know,
Master's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? The Master?
The Master.
I need to see The Master. It looked good.
It's the best.
The best.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's in it. Is that?
Fuck that guy.
Hey, he died. He caught
dead
talk shit
man.
about
I
him.
was tired of everyone being like, "Oh, it sucks that he died
sorry.
because he was such a great actor." It was like
How
he
about
was
like
nothing.
What about how
He
about
was
Paul
in very
Walker?
little.
How about like Rip
There's another
Paul
more
Walker?
stuff.
Hey,
Same thing.
He was fantastic in everything he was in. He was in Charlie Wilson's War. He was in The Master. He was in.
We're talking about Paul Walker.
A most wanted man,
I was
Doubt.
like, wait a minute. Was Paul
Sorry.
Walker in the Master?
A most wanted man, Doubt, Capote. You know,
Capote. Yeah, Doubt's really
He was
good.
good movie.
Capote's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Capote
was a good movie.
His fucking yeah.
he
that
killed Capote. Like that was
killed-
great.
yeah, no, he did.
Literally.
Make Philip Seymour Hoffman famous.
Well, we kind of
But
did
yeah,
when
like
he
Paul
overdosed
Walker.
on
Paul
heroin.
Walker. I don't know. I think it's just because people who were like really diehard fans of the Fast and Furious series,
Yeah.
and me being one of them, I was upset. But
Yeah.
I think we all cried. I know I cried a little, but I was a little bit
A little
sad.
bit sad.
I was a
Little butts
sad.
coming down
A
Luke's
little
face.
bit sad about,
Kind of
Paul
the blood
Walker's
out of my
tragic
face.
passing.
Look at these little butts.
The
I
ending
tear
of
up a little bit.
what's the most recent?
Furious 7.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
It's
I haven't
so
seen it.
on point. Like the ending scene
Is it
where
good?
where he what's his face?
We're still brothers.
Vin Diesel drives away, and then Paul Walker's brother, I guess, shows up, and he's like, "I couldn't let you leave without having one last race." And they drive, and then he like pulls away and drives on a different path. And it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's in a white car, and it's like, ugh, come on! Like
it was
Very
terrible
heavy-handed.
and sad.
It's like
I
as
know, like,
heavy-handed as
it's
humanly
so
possible.
heavy-handed. He's leaving. Feel bad.
Yeah.
Like
But it was sad.
Hey,
I'm gonna say that
It's
was a
done
good
really
scene.
well already. So
that doesn't make it good.
no, I know, but I'm just saying it blew me away when it hit $1 billion in like 2
Yeah,
weeks.
it's like the 7th highest grossing movie in the world.
But that record's always fucking broken.
Yeah,
But
but
there's
still,
always just more
Not
people
Avatar.
watching movies.
yeah, Avatar still hasn't been beaten yet.
Really?
Okay, well it's only been like 6 years.
didn't Avengers beat Avatar?
Nope.
Yeah, I
Came
thought
second.
everything's being. What
Nope,
is Avatar?
Avatar-
It's still pretty long. in the
Avatar was like
age of movies,
6.9
though.
Well, the fact
billion.
that the thing is that Fast and
First
Furious,
week or
the
something?
No,
series,
overall.
which people consistently say is terrible because all it is girls, guns, and cars, has now made it to the 7th highest grossing movie
The
in
third
the entire
one's
world,
Frozen,
which is
so-
really, really good. Like that's
Yeah,
really
Frozen's
good
just-
for a
wow.
series that people
Yeah, it's just
pretend to
a-
not
yeah,
take
look it up.
seriously.
So for something bad to do really well is good.
Yeah, it's like
Wait, the
that
third
doesn't
highest grossing
necessarily
film
No, it
mean
just shows that
anything.
people are appreciating it. Like,
International
it's actually a good
standards.
Of all
series.
time,
I
yeah.
love Fast and Furious.
That's why
People
Avatar's
with
that
bad taste.
international as well. Cause, like,
Yeah, right?
They love that
It's like
It's very well done.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson looks like he's really.
Don't
hard.
call him that.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay.
Call him that.
You know what? I call him that.
What do we
Dwayne
call
The
him?
Rock Johnson.
What should I call him? The Rock.
Yes.
I
Okay.
still want us to get a WWE game to do a Let's Play of. I think.
Yeah,
it'd
I
be
want
I
the
amazing.
one
forget
where
who
you
I was
customize
talking to
the
about it, but
person.
like Dwayne The Rock. I was talking to my friend Brandon. Dwayne The Rock
I was
Johnson.
talking to Dwayne The
Dwayne
Rock
The Rock
Johnson.
Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson plays Dwayne The Rock Johnson in every single character he's ever played.
Yeah.
Except for
The
Tooth Fairy.
Even
I saw that
Even in
movie.
Fast and
You
Furious,
saw that?
Yeah, I was
Oh.
babysitting.
he just plays
some
his
kids and I
wrestler
watched it.
persona. He's like,
So
someone's
I
gonna
can't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson because I always think of Dwayne the Tub I'm Drowning. That like really dumb old joke.
so Furious 7 has now surpassed Frozen. Actually, it's in number 5. The top grossing movies of all time are Avatar, Titanic, The Avengers, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, then Furious 7, Frozen, Iron Man 3, Transformers, Dark of the Moon.
oh my god,
clearly
why
this
is
is the
that?
international.
greatest
It's
movie.
international.
It's
international.
worldwide of all time.
Yeah,
Order of
because they
Day
sell like
movies.
hotcakes in like
the, Lo-
China. And
yeah,
stuff.
The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Skyfall, Transformers: Age of Extinction, The Dark Knight Rises, Pirates of the Caribbean 2, Toy Story 3, Pirates of the Caribbean 4, Jurassic Park.
Parents in the Caribbean.
Yeah, Jurassic Park, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
A
a
lot
lot.
of
That's
these
odd.
are very.
Atlas-
There was so much
Plus,
hype for
Guaranteed
it.
Star Wars
The hyped
7 is
re-
going to be
the
in the top
rebooted-
10. It's
the
gonna
hype
be
yes.
ridiculous.
It looks
Yeah, I
so
can see
good.
that.
That'll be number one.
Yeah,
I think that could be
right?
number one. I think Star Wars. No, it's not. It doesn't have international appeal. I think people love James Cameron and like every.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm like one of the main
So-
reasons that Fast and Furious really does well is because it's really, really popular within the
And
within the
Furious.
Latino community.
Well, it's really accessible.
That's
Yes.
true.
because there's a lot of like
you don't
well-known,
need to
like,
think
Latino
about
actors.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Drive.
You just seriously just go in and be like, ah, for 2 hours.
Think about it.
That's the movie.
Yeah, there's nothing inherent, like there's nothing wrong with that.
No, we need those kind of movies. Like we need popcorn films, right?
That's what Hollywood is. It's
Yeah.
like it's not going to make you think very
Well,
often.
Exactly. That's why you need those
Dude,
kind of
good
movies. And they're
social
fun sometimes.
criticism. Thanks, Banksy.
So the government is bad.
Hollywood doesn't make us think.
Banksy out.
All our movies are bad. Oh.
I can enjoy those movies. It's no problem.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no problem.
there's
Parabola?
nothing wrong with
Yo,
that.
Spike Lee is like an asshole.
Yeah,
Interviews that guy.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
Yo, like I understand like a lot of his like racism kind of stuff or whatever, like approach to that kind of stuff. I just watched an interview. It was like a 30 for 30 ESPN, like fucking talking about Reggie
About
Miller.
Reggie Miller, yeah.
And then he's like in the middle of his interview, he's like, yeah, all those white old scared people, black folk, and like this is like 20 in the movie. I don't know. He made some like weird comments, and I was like, I'm gonna look more into this guy because I don't know.
No, that's all. Every single. I don't think he's ever had an interview where he
He
doesn't.
isn't like
doesn't
voicing like.
Yeah,
White
talking
people are
about
bad.
white people. I
What's
think the most
his name?
insulting thing about him though is
Yeah.
like that he made a remake of Old Boy like 4 years after and thought it had a purpose because it
And
didn't.
it's worse. It's so
Worse.
bad. Well, I mean, Old Boy is one of my favorite movies of all time, but
Old Boy is so good.
yeah, the new one was awful.
You saw it, right?
Yeah, I watched the first one, and then the suggestions on Netflix was like, "Hey, Old Boy with James Brolin or whatever."
Yeah, or Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin, yeah. And it's like, okay, fine, I'll watch that too, and it was just bad. It was so bad.
Who's Josh Brolin again? I know that name. I
Uh,
know the face.
He was
I just-
in.
George
I'm gonna say
Bush.
some
Inherent
bad. No
Vice.
Country for Old Men.
Yes,
Recently he was in
Inherent
Inherent Vice. He was in No Country for Old Men. He was
You might know him for like Men in Black
Cowboy.
3.
No.
George
As
Bush
the
and W.
Men in Black 3.
Young
Nobody
K from
saw
Men in Black
Young
3.
K.
Yeah, it's bad.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Young Agent K.
It's an
I feel like
Oliver
that's-
Stone
that's a
movie.
well-known
not
movie.
good. It's not good.
What is?
We're talking about Oliver Stone.
Oh, yeah.
Because he said W because Josh Brolin.
I didn't see that one.
W.
What time do we got?
Oh,
20 years.
oh, we're paying attention to time.
What about your
We're almost an hour.
secret revelation here that you warned us about?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Okay, no, I just okay. There's something that I felt I wanted to bring up to you guys. In our podcast 51.
Yeah, I guess not everybody was there.
I wasn't
No,
there.
no, I
Yeah,
checked,
like
and no,
Nick
it was only
Connor.
like 5 of us.
Oh, 51 or 52?
51.
51 hours.
I
Um,
don't remember
I wasn't
this
there.
year.
So, it was you and me and Alex and Connor. That was
Oh,
the
that's
us
what
that
it
was
would have
there.
been the
I think that's
whole.
51.
Oh, right.
So on that
51
evening,
then.
we
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
yeah. 52.
that was
Yeah, 52 is
before
when I was
that was
there.
when
We
sent you a
texted
bunch of texts asking you about gum.
Oh yeah, we all sent
What
Nick
kind
a
of
text.
gum
Take a look
do you
right,
like?
right down here.
What kind of gum do you like?
Take a look down here.
There's gum there, yeah?
There is.
Okay, so Robin had reached his hand over and he stuck his finger in his gum, and then we were like, ew, oh,
Ew,
who
I
put
touched
gum
gum.
there?
How dare you.
And then our first
Blame
suspect
me?
was you.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers!
you guys, you have.
I always chew gum, but I don't put
like,
what?
okay.
Ooh, it's gum, and they were like, Nick.
But we're not gonna. Okay, but judgments
Let's put me on
aside.
blast in a
No,
box.
no, we didn't.
Okay.
Judgments is we didn't make any hasty judgments.
Was it like fresh gum? No, it was like.
It's
No,
this gum
it was
right
old
here.
gum. It's
It's
still
still
there.
there.
Is it
So-
attached to the?
But
chair?
now,
Green.
now we have
Oh.
we have hard proof.
What?
Yes.
Actually, the results are.
Oh my god!
We
have figured out the
we
mystery.
know.
Whoa!
I want you guys. It's just.
It's not me, right?
Oh my
It's not me.
God.
Settle
We'll
down.
see.
We want order in here right now because we know who the culprit is
Oh my God.
behind this gum fiasco.
I'm so
Was
excited.
it somebody
I
in
can't
this
remember.
room?
I can't
Like
remember.
somebody in
who
this
it was.
room?
I'm
Somebody in
sorry
this
it was
room.
me. I don't think it was me. I don't
It had to
think
have been me.
anywhere.
I just have
Alex,
to say
you
it
play
had
the
to have
video?
been me.
Oh, I'm so
It had
excited.
to have been me.
I don't.
Okay, we need to establish
I'm kinda
this is
worried
from
that it's me,
Abopcast 31.
That was
Yeah,
me.
somebody posted this clip on the subreddit.
From Abopcast 31.
It was me.
From 20
We were very
podcasts
impressed.
prior to this happening.
It was me! I told you it was me! I said it was me.
Maddie, it's
No!
Look,
in his head.
look.
We are trying to be civilized. We are Eat it up here! You've done everything we worked so hard for! Disrespect the fuck out of St. Louis! Dare you! You POS! Thousands of years working towards civilization, and look what you do! You are disrespected by chewing your gum and putting it
No,
underneath
seriously,
it!
I remember as soon as you said there was gum there, I was like, but the thing is, if I was there for the podcast, I would have admitted it flat out. Like, I would have been like, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, we would have punched you. We're gonna punch you now, but not when you're expecting it.
So not now.
I'm gonna go home.
Wait,
I'm
Clean up the gum.
so
Yeah,
hard.
clean up the
who
gum.
was the user who found that?
I don't know. Let's see who
We
that
gotta
is.
thank
a
them.
huge
Yeah,
shout-out.
dude,
I know,
that's
how?
amazing.
I don't know
How
did
did
they
you?
find
I know.
They went back and sifted through the podcast.
Wait, how
Yes.
are you
I
gonna know?
really
How are you
just,
gonna
I would
find
have
out?
admitted it. Like,
The
what's
post
the
has been
reason?
deleted.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
The post has been deleted.
Why?
Why is it the front as well?
Why is the post been deleted?
Yo, it's
I don't
Deep
know.
Throat.
Well, I asked them to delete it because I didn't want you to
Whatever
see
that
the
guy's
post.
name is.
Oh no, I
Do you
yeah.
send them a message or
No, I
just
just
your message
commented.
history? Comment history.
Oh, well, but if it's deleted, it still wouldn't.
No,
Because that's the
link is
only time I've
deleted. The
ever
comments
done
is
that, and I
deleted.
like remember it
Oh,
to
but
this
if
day.
it-
I was
if
like,
it was deleted by this,
I was
because I
Usually
sit
it
here
won't
and I
show
look at it and I go, yeah, that's still there.
But
Why
usually
is
it
that
won't
still
show up.
there?
What? Not the comments though.
no, it will. If you
I thought
delete
you replied.
yourself
When I
from
got
the
those-
link,
when I-
you won't show up in the
When I
comments.
got those texts, I thought it was like, oh, they're just gonna be talking about gum next.
Yeah, we asked you a lot of
I was
guys.
like,
no,
yeah,
we-
give me some
We thought
Trident
it
or
was you, so we were
juicy
trying
fruit.
to...
I'd love,
See, I
I'd
think
love
if we
juicy
go back,
fruit.
initially we suspected Maddie.
The very first thing we said, we're like, well, it was all Matt. We're all like, fuck Matt, he's
Clearly,
a jerk.
yeah.
Must
Seemed
have
like
been
the
him.
kind of thing you do.
But then we're like,
Yeah,
wait,
it was what I
when
would
does
do.
Matt ever have gum? And
Yeah.
they're like,
No,
Nick has
who
gum,
has
right?
gum? Nick has.
That's
gum.
absolutely amazing. That was on fucking video.
I know.
Holy
It's
shit!
great.
I saw that podcast and was like, crap, that's on video. I'm sure Alex watched that and got mad at me.
That too,
or
because
something,
we're
but he
down
never
here
did.
so much
Yeah,
without
right?
videoing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it
Like
happens
1
to be on
hour
video.
all the time we're
That's
down here.
nuts.
Oh,
And we just happened to be
I just thought I'd
filming
get called out sooner.
That's
That's all.
so
I
great.
He's like,
You thought he'd get away with it.
thought I'd get away with it.
it wasn't for those kids on the Abop subreddit.
It was very impressive.
So yeah,
I'm sure
big
it was
shout
like
out to
mostly
whoever
chance.
put that up.
It's like they didn't remember, like, oh, I remember exactly that. They were just like
That's awesome.
thinking, like, they just happened to watch that one.
Yeah,
There's
right.
like
And they're like,
wait
wait a
many
minute.
hours. Yeah, that it
It's
could
just
be
approximately
coincidence.
52 hours now.
It's
I
just
would
like
say
there's
up
enough
around
people
60,
watching.
Every
Yeah.
podcast is
Yeah.
a little
So
bit
like
over.
2.5 days of your life to watch us just talk.
Yeah,
That's embarrassing.
yeah.
How dare you.
Okay, let's not turn this. Thank you for
Putting you on blast.
participation.
Doing out these little life.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're just throwing
I'll
out random.
teach
And I do it again!
Dude, he's gonna be a fucking mission.
It's the old crypt keeper.
He's an elder.
I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for meddling fucking subscribers. Unsubscribe, die.
Subscribe, die, unlike.
Yeah, no, that's
You not to
really
bed.
cool.
Yeah, that's super
That's
cool.
awesome,
I'm actually
huh?
really into that. That's awesome.
join our
I'm wondering what
discussions
other
on
like
the subreddit.
hidden Easter eggs of dirt. are
I've
in
totally
the-
time will
masturbated on
tell.
the podcast.
Oh,
Some may find that I've hidden a very special
The antidote.
gift. My penis.
I got it! I found it! Okay, bye.
Okay, well then we can end it at that
All
note
right.
then.
All right,
Follow me
bye
on
everyone.
The mystery's been
Follow me
solved.
on Twitter!
Follow me.
Also follow me, but I don't tweet.
Don't follow me.
So don't.
I don't tweet.